guys, it's Gamer Ahmer here. So today we have another episode in this series where I take you along with me on my collecting journey of trying to grow my Super Nintendo video game collection. And where I do that by actually going out there, finding amazing deals, flipping those to make a profit, and use that money to grow this insane collection of 700 and some Super Nintendo games. So last week was the introduction, and boy did I find some more deals. So let's go ahead and recap. So last week was the first week that we actually tried to grow the Super Nintendo game collection. And I actually received a Super Nintendo system and a bunch of games from a buddy of mine. And he had me actually sell some of that stuff where I could make a profit and he could make a profit for actually helping him try and get rid of some of his extra items. And then I was able to add a couple of the games that I did not have into my personal collection. So we added about 5 games, and I think we ended around 121 or so out of over 700 games that I need. So here I have this massive list here, and I decided to highlight every game that I actually had in my collection. I went through, kind of categorized everything, and cataloged my entire Super Nintendo collection, so that when I went out to places, I would know exactly what I would need and which items I could find out there to add to this amazing collection that I'm trying to grow rather quickly. So we added a few games last time, and we sold the system, we sold the games, so we were able to make him a profit and actually make him some money, and then I was able to take a few dollars as well as those games and actually use that for helping him getting everything tested, cleaned. I had to take everything apart. As you saw, it was very dirty. So I had to get everything cleaned up, everything tested and posted for sale, and it sold pretty quick. So with all of that money, I was able to help him out, and I was able to use a little bit to start this little series. And then I decided to go ahead and introduce another series which you guys could keep up with to see how I get the money for this Super Nintendo collection. Because I want to show that you can actually go out there and fund your game collection by buying and selling along the way. So I introduced a new little series called Quick Flip Friday, where we take some items that we find either on Facebook Marketplace, at yard sales, flea markets, the thrift stores, and you just go ahead and turn that for a quick profit, and then hopefully you can use that money to further something that you are passionate about and something that you want to collect. So as you saw on Friday's video, if you didn't, go ahead and check out that link below. And I actually found that amazing score, that Nintendo Entertainment System for $10, and then I found all of those games and that Pokemon Complete Inbox game, the Pokemon Silver for the Game Boy Color. That was just amazing to keep in the collection and sell the loose card. So with the entire profit that I have made so far of about $150 or so, I was able to pick up some games here, and I'm just continuing to kind of do both of these little series so that I can show you how I am funding this entire collection. So I actually picked up another 5 games. So here we have this cheap game. This is NHL Stanley Cup. This is one of those ice hockey video games. So this one is one of your sports titles, but it had a pretty clean label. So I wanted to add this, and I don't think I paid pretty much anything for this. I think it was just kind of thrown into this lot that I picked up. So I'll go ahead and cross this one off the list. And then next up, we get into this game right here. We have Super Double Dragon. Of course, this one is modeled more after the first 2 Nintendo Entertainment System games. This one definitely sticks to the roots of this Super Double Dragon right here. Of course, the third one was always a little bit too difficult for me, and I like this one, how you can have 2-player, co-op, and you can just have a blast playing this, except this one is a much slower paced game that really hones in on the different fighting styles and everything else that this game actually has. So it is a much more slower paced game. It's not one of those quick kind of side-scrolling beat-em-up style games, but this has a really cool effect to it. So I definitely have had a lot of fun playing this game so far, and I'm really looking forward to adding some more fighting style games, some more beat-em-up style games in this set right here, because I do have quite a bit in my collection, and the Super Nintendo does have a bunch. And then we have this one right here. Of course, we have Final Fight 2. So this one is much better than the first game. This one also has that 2-player co-op. Of course, we're missing one of the major characters from this little franchise here, but this one also has a pretty cool style to it. So I really like how you have just some regular moves, and then you always have that special move. So of course, I always have a blast with these, even though sometimes they can get repetitive, but I just love playing these fighting style games, and Final Fight 2 is definitely on my list. So I'll have to get some of the others in the set, as I realized I don't have like any of them in this collection. And then on to Earthworm Jim. This is a classic right here, one that I just love this art style, these hand-drawn graphics, just this beautiful masterpiece of a game where you can go ahead and whip your enemies and you can shoot them. So this is definitely a great game. Of course, I loved playing it on the Sega Genesis system, but of course I had to add it to the Super Nintendo, kind of play through it. I just loved the sound, the music, everything else with this game here. So this is definitely pretty cool, and I'm glad to knock this one off the list. And then on to this game. This is one of the more expensive games in this little pickup. This is one that is often referred to as a hidden gem, and I can definitely see why. This is called The Legend of the Mystical Ninja. So of course right here, you may recognize this from some later games on the Nintendo 64, but this one right here is such an amazing game. It has beautiful characters, just the sound and the music are much different in this game, and of course everything with these characters is just so awesome and just so vibrant, and I just really love this. And this is such a great adventure style game. Of course, you have different things that you could do along the way. There are some mini games, so that is definitely a bonus as well. So this is just a really sweet game, and this is one that you definitely have to try out, as it's unlike any other game, and this is one that a lot of people just don't know about, and definitely worth grabbing if you can for a great deal. So out of this entire lot, I would say that this kind of adventure battle style game is probably one of my favorites in this whole batch right here, along with those fighting style games, just always classics and always favorites in my book. As we kind of progress through this series, you'll notice that I'll have a couple different videos posted every week or so whenever I find these amazing deals, where we kind of see how much we can go ahead and flip to make a profit, so that we can use that money to fund this little Super Nintendo set that I'm trying to build without really spending my own money. So as we kind of progress each week, hopefully we can find some more deals, some more games, make a bigger profit, and just turn that right back into this little collecting series. So out of this week, which games did you like the best? Of course, we had the sports title, we had Mystical Ninja, Earthworm Jim, Final Fight 2, and Super Double Dragon. All pretty great games that I'm excited to cross off this list. So of course we end with even more games, so 5 more games added to this. So instead of having 121, we have 126 out of the 700 and some games that I need. So of course, let me know what you guys think about this little series. Are any of these games some of your absolute favorites? And let me know in the comments below which games you would try and find right now. Are there any that you definitely think are some hidden gems, some games that you love playing, or some games that you grew up playing? Just let me know in the comments below. And of course, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. Go ahead and check out my other videos, and stay tuned for more.